I think I owe you a bit of an apology, Thane. Not alone, at least. Every guard that fought alongside you was just as much of a hero. But it's clear as day that you can hold your own in a skirmish. I shouldn't have doubted you in that regard. In fact, I should be grateful that out of everyone, Jarl Balgruuf made me your housecarl. It's good to get out of the walls, and you're not some stuck-up merchant. I can only imagine what it'd be like if he assigned me to guard Nazim. You sound exactly like him. You don't see any of them being made Thane, though. I'm sorry, that wasn't directed at you. It's just that we've got a war going on all around us. Every day, men and women from all over Skyrim die fighting to keep the Empire together, or to free their homeland. And the Jarls are honoring merchants. It makes me sick to my stomach. That's the one issue I have with you being dubbed a Thane. In 100 years, they'll sing about how the Dragonborn saved Whiterun, not how Skyrim's sons and daughters fought for their homeland. It's not your fault, though. It's a somber topic, but I'm glad we had this conversation. I don't want to sound ungrateful, either. I'm happy to be out here fighting alongside you. You being Dragonborn, it's bigger than I initially thought. I thought most of that was just some silly legend. Nord nonsense, as Preventus called it. You being Dragonborn, it's bigger than I initially thought. I thought most of that was just some silly legend. Nord nonsense, as Preventus called it. Fair point, but I never heard of him shouting dragons out of the sky. Let's get to Ustengrav. I'm excited to see more of this story unfold. We killed a dragon. That was incredible. Everything they said about you, it's all true. We killed a dragon. That was incredible. Everything they said about you, it's all true. I didn't even think of that. Gods, this must have all come as an enormous shock to you. If anyone can stop the dragon threat, it's clearly you, Thane. And I'll do everything I can to help. Thane, you had me worried sick with that little infiltration. Are you all right? The Thalmor are some of the most dangerous people in Tamriel. Thane, you had me worried sick with that little infiltration. Are you all right? The Thalmor are some of the most dangerous people in Tamriel. Your safety is my responsibility. Plus, if you die, I'd have to go back to guarding the Jarl's kids. When the Jarl assigned me to you, talking to a dragon on top of the throat of the world was the very last thing I was expecting. All things considered, it's the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. That's why I've been so apologetic about what I said to you when we met. The dragons are back, whether we like it or not. And where am I for the occasion? I'm not guarding some milk-drinking merchant. I'm not fighting in this stupid war. I'm fighting alongside you. The one person who can stop Alduin. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is where I belong. No, I said that we belong in the fight against the dragons. The fact that it brought us together is... Izmir's beard, you really had to take it there, didn't you? You're worth every bit of praise you get, but I don't think of you that way. You're Thane, I'm your housecarl. That's how I see it. I'm sorry. If you want to believe that, I won't stop you. It's beautiful.
Just
Like it was
sensing your
made by the
magical
gods
reserves.
themselves.
You truly are incredible.
It's beautiful. Like it was made by the gods themselves.
Jorving told me a lot of stories about the Nerevarine, Tiber Septim, Vivek, and King Wolfarth, but he never mentioned any of them finding an Elder Scroll.
We're getting close to the end now, aren't we? Soon enough, you'll be facing down Alduin. I promise I'll be right there with you, Thane. This has been the greatest honor I've had in my entire life. Oh, shut up. Fine. Since you put the idea in my head, I've taken consideration of what you said to me on the throat of the world. And maybe being stuck in a stone and bronze prison full of deranged elves with you has driven me insane. But I'm starting to feel enticed. I didn't know how else to put it, considering that I'm not exactly sold on us. Let's say it happens. How far would you go to keep someone you love safe? I'm supposed to protect you, not the other way around. Look at me. First I say you don't deserve to be a Thane because you weren't a hero. Now I won't even let you be a hero worthy of that title. I never thought I would be so happy to be proven a fool time and time again. So there you go. I'm ready to make this something greater. You know, you're lucky I'm not making you wait until you kill that bastard. I had half a mind to do that, just to make sure you come back to me. Speaking of which, I believe we have a dragon to slay. Let's get to it. And to think I was worried about you going into the Thalmor embassy alone. I knew you could do it. You just saved everyone on Tamriel. You realize that, right? You're going down in history with Martin Septim, Isgramor, Remen, and so many others. Well, I guess I didn't need to make you wait then, darling. I can hardly believe what this has come to. Alduin defeated, and I have you. I think this is the life I always dreamed of, and it's all thanks to you. You keep that in mind, love.
Are you positive we can trust our new friend here? Don't even suggest that. On the one hand, she's still a fanged creature of the night, whose kind preys on the innocent. It'd be stupid to not be cautious about her. But she didn't try to drink your blood or mine. She didn't try to make us her slaves. She just walked away from us without question. If Isrin decides to take Castle Volkihar by force, which I hope he does, we won't have to kill her. He'll probably send us in there to rescue her, though. She'd probably be an asset if we were to assault the castle. We won't be able to do much without more allies, though. Let's go find Soren and Gummar.
Still here.
What's the plan? Thinking about it, it seems regular, other than the highest mountain in all of Tamriel looming over it. Considering this, I'm surprised Iverstead doesn't get any visitors. Who wouldn't want to scale the throat of the world?
Yes? I wonder if anyone else has been to the Forgotten Vale. Could we be the first to set foot in there in a millennia? Feels like quite a feat, doesn't it? Hey, I'm glad you're here with me.
I know it's unusual for me.
All right.
Valthum wasn't that bad of an experience. It was interesting to see a ghost ask
Not
for our
much,
help
because
instead of
there
asking
isn't really
us.
anything to do when you live on an island. And yes, on rare occasions I did travel to Skyrim with my father, on business. By which I mean intimidation, scheming, bribery, blackmail, an execution or two. You know, your typical chores of a Volkihar patriarch. And he did teach me some of those skills, if you could put it that way. But I didn't really do anything fun for the most part. I definitely didn't have a normal childhood. I guess that's what you get for being a follower of Molag Bal. Though, besides the typical gardening and reading,
How much
I
living
also did
didn't
sing
tell me.
quite a bit.
Not
I wasn't
his
nearly
discredit.
good enough to join the Bard's College, but I was pretty decent at it, and it made me feel less lonely. Tell you what, give me some time to warm up a bit on the side, and maybe I'll sing something for you.
Careful, Thane. You crossed the Blackbriars, and now they'll come after us with their extremely deadly assassins.
Growing up back on the island, I barely left the castle. Most of my knowledge from the outside world came from books. However, most of even that is sadly out of date, by at least several centuries. Talk about a fish out of water. That's why I need you to show me around this wonderful land. Be a good guide for this old relic.
So what's next for our adventures?
Be careful out there. I've grown rather fond of our chats.